Imagine returning to the place that destroyed everything you loved. A cold island buried in snow, whispers carried through the wind, and the memories of someone you once called a brother waiting for you in the dark. This is Pinnacle Point, a haunting descent into psychological and cosmic horror from developer Ready to Run, where the past is not buried, it's watching. Welcome back to Infinity Gaming. Let's step into the fog. You play as Aron, a man hunted by guilt, drawn back into the island that swallowed his brother years ago. The place is called Pinnacle Point, remote, forgotten, and alive with secrets that should have stayed buried. Aron's return isn't about closure, it's about survival. The island itself is the heart of the mystery. It's not just a location, it's a living nightmare. Cracked docks, frozen forests, and abandoned research sites tell stories through bloodstains, journals, and distorted echoes of the past. The environment becomes the storyteller, making exploration feel both personal and dangerous. Unlike typical jump scare horror, Pinnacle Point focuses on slow burn dread. You'll question reality as memories twist and time folds on itself. Shadows move when you're not looking. Sounds crawl through the static. Every step feels like a conversation with madness itself. There's something ancient beneath the island, something beyond human understanding. The game channels that Lovecraftian energy where fear isn't about what you see. It's about realizing how small you are against forces that don't care if you exist. Aron's journey becomes a descent into insignificance. Pinnacle Point is a third-person survival adventure that mixes exploration, puzzle solving, and resource management. You scour cabins for ammo, light sources, and keys while trying to conserve every last bullet. It rewards players who think before they act, a true callback to the survival roots of the genre. Combat in Pinnacle Point is methodical and tense. Enemies don't appear often, but when they do, every encounter feels like life or death. You can fight back, but sometimes the smartest move is to hide, escape, or observe. It's survival through awareness, not power. The developers wear their inspiration proudly. Pinnacle Point pays tribute to the 90s classics like Silent Hill and Resident Evil, with fixed camera angles, fog-drenched visuals, and soundscapes that echo isolation. It's both nostalgia and fresh, retro horror redesigned for modern storytelling. The visuals mix realism with stylized PS1 era textures to create a dreamlike haunted look. Every area feels handcrafted. Snowfall glows under dying lamplight. Distorted lighting hides shapes you can't fully identify. And the sound design, pure tension. Distant creaks, storm winds, and that low hum of something waiting behind you. This isn't a game that holds your hand. The story reveals itself through fragments, logs, radio messages, and memories that feel half remembered. You piece together Aron's past the same way he does, slowly, painfully, realizing that maybe the real monster is guilt itself. Ready to Run describes Pinnacle Point as a modern interpretation of classic psychological horror. Their goal isn't just to scare, it's to immerse you in fear that lingers even when you're not playing. The studio's dedication to atmosphere, emotion, and isolation shows every detail, from the eerie lighting to the pacing of each scene. Even in early playtests, the horror community has been buzzing. Fans love how it reveals that PlayStation-era survival feel while still bringing cinematic polish. Streamers are calling it a love letter to Dread. It's still in development, but interest keeps growing. And the demo's limited release only made people hungrier for more. Pinnacle Point doesn't just promise fear, it promises reflection. It asks how far guilt can drive someone, and what's left of us when we face our deepest regrets. For me, this looks like one of those horror games that remind you why you fell in love with the genre. Not because of jump scares, but because of how deeply it crawls under your skin. This is Infinity Gaming, where I bring you the latest reviews, speculations, and the games that make us feel something real, even when it's fear, So subscribe, like, comment below, and share this with your fellow gamers. Infinity Gaming, out.